we were told by our parents or something.
Logan, shut up! I'm Devlyn.
That was the one I remember.
Co-host of TV. Aaron's a guest of TV. He comes up on the show a lot. We got Triple Shot here with Logan as a host from that channel with Jarod. Yo, let's go!
Didn't even do the countdown.
What?
Today's topic is the first time we walked in on our parents having a sexy time.
Okay, so...
good.
We're having mature conversations. Very, like, this is very interesting conversations.
So,
yeah.
I'm gonna start with that. So, Logan, to go with the 5 or younger, I was not 5. I think I was 6 or 7.
Oh, so are we not doing that?
We will. Another time, or if this is short. So, I couldn't fall asleep, and I was drinking my water glass and reading my Sonic comic books, and I was just like, I can't sleep. I'm gonna go take a pee-pee. I got up. Alright? My parents were butt naked in the kitchen trying to find something to eat. My mom was eating a sandwich, and my dad was in the fridge trying to find food, and his balls were dangling as he was squatting, like, trying to go for food. And I went into the bathroom. The bathroom, and this is in the old house in Maryland, the bathroom is literally right outside of the kitchen. So I'm turning around, and I'm seeing my dad butt naked, and he shuts the door, like, slams it, because he knew I turned around and looked. And, like, it was so scarring because I was afraid to even walk out of the bathroom. I fell asleep in the bathroom because I was afraid to walk out. I was afraid they were going to yell at me and get mad at me. And, yeah, I woke up, walked out of the bathroom, and like, Mommy, promise me you'll never be naked again. And she laughed. And she goes, I can't promise anything. And then, yeah, I've walked on them a lot of times, and I've actually...
I threw my phone on the floor.
Recently, when I walked into them, about 2 years ago, I walked in, my mom playing with my dad's wiener, just tugging on it, and as I was walking out of the door, I just screamed from outside of the door, "You guys are gross!" And I just walked upstairs.
Oh, no.
Alright, well, mine's pretty tame, too. But... actually, the first time I walked in, it wasn't until I was 16, and this was the night before a Boy Scout trip.
Oh, God.
Oh.
And so, like, it's like 10 at night. I'm like, damn, I have really bad heartburn. I'm gonna go ask my mom tablets that she has. And first off, why would you have sex at 10 o'clock when you know that your teenage son is far from asleep? Walk in, and my dad is just flat out eating my mom out.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, no cup. I saw my dad just butt naked and socks only. Oh, God. Let's talk about it right now. It's just so gross. All right. Oh, my God. Let's just say I had more than heartburn that night.
Jarod, you already talked about it, right?
I talked about it a little bit. Mine's not eventful. I could talk about a scarring moment, but that's pretty much it.
Logan?
All right, so they said I don't remember it, but they said it happened. They were just straight up doing it, just like in their room or whatever, at like freaking midnight or something. I was 5. I just got up for no reason with a tent, walked into their room, and it was Christmas Eve. I'm just like, where's Santa at? And they're just like, what is that? According to them, they just walk in there with a fully pitched tent, just dragging it with me. And I go, I want to sleep in here. Santa should come in the window. And they're just like,
Break it in,
they said they just stopped right there, just right in their tracks. And they're just like, you can sleep in the hallway. I'm like, no, I want to sleep in bed with you.
So, wait a minute, you wanted to see Santa, and there's a tent in your parents' room, or did you pitch a tent in there?
Yeah, no, I pitched. Apparently, I pitched a tent somewhere in the
Apparently,
house
I
and just was
pitched a
dragging it
tent.
around with me, and just dragged it through the doorway into their bedroom.
As they were doing it, and you didn't see anything.
No, I didn't. They thought I was like I just was standing there all blank and just kind of like I want to sleep in here because the window. Because they lied to me. Because when I was little, they told me Santa Claus goes to all houses, and I said, but we don't have a chimney. Are we gonna get left behind? And they go, oh no, he comes through our window. And so
My Santa experience, Logan, your story seems like you got off the easy end, but it was your time seeing that. We all had our scarred moments. Now let's move to Santa. This is going to be a long story from me.
Oh God.
So I believed in Santa for 15 years.
Oh my god.
My parents were
That's a long
Never heard of the internet.
they were so good at hiding it. Like, dude, when we lived in Maryland, we had
you were
a
in
time.
high school going, guys, look what Santa got me. Who?
No, not even a joke. So here's the thing. So what happened is like in Maryland we had a tiny ass chimney, and I was just like, how does Santa get through the chimney when he's so fat? And Mom's like, he's magical, Devlyn. He travels half the world in a magic sleigh and lives in a magic world where no one can find him, not even the government. And he brings joy to children. And she was pretty elaborate and like literally in depth. And there were times when she goes like, Devlyn, Santa's not real. I'm Santa Claus. And she goes like, and I just go, Mom, you're not a dude. You're not Santa. And I would actually leave letters on the tree for last-minute gifts, and I would get them. And so I guess that magic would literally be me believing Santa was real. Like I asked for Final Fantasy action figures last minute. I posted it on the tree. I got it. I posted stuff on the tree. I got it. You know, it was weird. I would get what I want last minute, and I never asked for anything special, just last minute things. And I even got letters from Santa saying that how I was a good boy and I'm growing up. And one day when I got Call of Duty Black Ops for Christmas from Santa, it was just like, Devlyn, you're growing up and becoming very older now. We can see that you're becoming very mature and responsible. Open up your next stocking. And it was Playboy. I got Playboy from Santa. Which was great. And then
Good job, Santa.
we moved, and I still believed Santa was real. But here's the thing. I was 15 years old. And I was questioning it a lot. Like, how does the government not, like, devote half their money to find the North Pole? If the elves can make gifts in under a night, they could
Or
enslave
the
them.
fact that the North Pole doesn't exist
They
at all.
could, shut up. They could have enslaved them and told them to build nukes and weapons of mass destruction just like that if they could spawn toys and iPads. And so I questioned it, and one day my friend Brad was over. It's okay if I can name drop him because he's my buddy, and I try to stay connected with him. I actually wanted him to be on the show, but he just didn't respond. And I was looking through my laptop because I was laughing at all the old Microsoft Word documents that I made when I couldn't spell for shit, and I didn't fix them. We were laughing, and then I found the letter titled Dear Master Devlyn, and that was the first sentence of the Santa letter I got. I was 15. I opened up the Microsoft PowerPoint thing, and I approached Mom with the laptop open, the screen facing her, saying, "Are you Santa?" And that's how I learned that Santa wasn't real and that my mom was so good at hiding it for so long. She would hide the gifts. She would leave trails. She would actually write with her opposing hand or get drunk to forge the signature of Santa. There was video of him setting up the tree. There was one time when I actually ran into Santa when I was getting a drink, and it turns out it was my uncle in a suit.
My God.
Oh my god, that's
They went so far out into doing this.
Can you just imagine if Devlin never found those documents? He would be in like senior year of
You
college.
still believe in him? Oh
You're
my
like,
gosh,
I
you
would.
did.
No, this is what happened. If I still believed in him, I would have ventured out to find him.
You would have gone on the great,
You would-
freaking
Oh my gosh.
Frodo quest.
Devlyn, you would approach us this year during Christmas saying, "Hey guys, want to go help me find Santa?" I could see you doing that with so much belief you have right now in him.
You know, it's funny. I probably would have
could happen
humored him
this-
too.
I probably would have humored him too. I would have been sarcastic as heck.
I would have been
Like I always am.
I would have been like, Michaela, come with me to the North Pole.
You already know I would have pulled mystical bullcrap as I usually do and just have a jet ski. You'd be like, "There's no way in hell you have a jet ski. Come to my house. Oh look, a jet ski."
You've done shit like that too.
But yeah,
Well, shit. My mom just told me Santa wasn't real when I was 13.
all these.
I got.
My sister Santa was ruined when I was like 9. Yeah, that was
Oh.
a real. They didn't even try that hard.
My mom went really far out into keeping the magic of Christmas inside. Literally telling my uncle to wear a fat suit, dye his beard. He grew. Okay, I should have. If I had the knowledge I did now, I could have put the pieces together. I didn't see my Uncle Arvin for a whole year. All right, he just said, "I'm really busy and I can't see ya." He was growing out his beard, and then he dyed his beard. And then when I saw him, he was completely shaved.
Genius.
Oh. Did I? Well, mine's a little bit like less eventful, but I mean, for me, for me, like being the younger brother and also being around people at school saying Santa's not real, I eventually just kind of came to the conclusion that no.
You know what I
my
did?
brother.
You know what I did when people said Santa wasn't real? I was just like, "You're a fucking liar. I met Santa." Turns out it was my uncle.
But no, the funny part about my story is though, because I had an older brother too, which also kind of like was like, "Jarod, stop it." But you know how he figured it out?
How do you figure it out?
Well, one year he was getting older, you know, my dad, he was like, he was still pretty young though. He was helping my dad wrap presents. And my dad just unthinkingly was like, "Okay, right, this went out from Mom, from Dad, from Jarod, and from Santa." And my brother didn't say anything. He was like, "What?" And like he was so sad that Christmas, and they couldn't figure out why he was so sad. He just kind of dropped it in on him. Of course, I was still young and naive. I was like, "Oh, Santa," you know. My brother figured out that way.
Oh,
I gotta look
that's
at
sad.
reminders.
That's such a crap way to figure it out.
Feel like
From Dad, from Mom, from Santa.
I feel like his parents would be like, "Oh, dude, check out all these reminders from 1995. Oh, the Celtics won the championship. I gotta pay this bill. Oh, Jarod was adopted." And then you'd overhear it, and then you'd be like, "What?"
That's a great way to end this episode. See you later, listeners.
I'm
Yeah!
adopted?